Yo, welcome back to another Real Talk reaction. This one's for Abbott Elementary, Season 1, Episode number 7. Don't forget to like and subscribe. The algorithm will miss you. Thank you.
Alright, a couple comments from the last episode, starting with a Real Talk critic, E, who says, I really love seeing your take on Ava. She's a very classy lady. However, it still annoys me that she's a principal. I know that is for a variety of reasons.
I don't know that.
Echo off.
Such as Gregory needing to develop the social skills with kids to be a better principal, commentary on the fact that the administration gets very little work done, etc. But could you imagine how great Ava would be as a school counselor or academic advisor, such as one of the kids hits another kid and is sent to her kid, and they were clowning on me. Ava, sure, they were clowning on you. Have you seen your big feet? I mean, those look like clown shoes to me. Maybe it's
Something like that, yeah.
Maybe it's that she would be able to give Jacob some pointers on roast if she wasn't roasting him so much. Anyway, thank you for opening my eyes about Ava so I can enjoy her character more. But I feel that I'm always going to be rooting for Gregory and the other teachers to have their dreams come true.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's fair, but I feel like Gregory needs a lot of work. He can't even recognize paintings.
Yeah.
It feels like he is very...
His political skills to become
a principal would need a lot of development.
A lot of work.
Yeah. He doesn't... I mean, any principals I've known definitely have that, natural...
He's not social.
Yeah, exactly. Social. Yeah. There you go. Okay. Executive producer Jeremy says, this was such a good episode. I like the discussion it brought up about gifted programs. I thought they were good for students that were advanced in class and ended up being bored or having to mark other students' assignments because they had nothing else to do. But then the show brought up how it can make the other students feel. I also like that it brought up something that I had thought of before, how a lot of these programs are based on tests and some people just aren't good at test taking. But that doesn't mean they're not gifted, and as Gregory pointed out, people can be gifted in different ways. I thought this episode was well done to get people thinking. I totally agree. I thought it was really, really good. I'm also not entirely sold on Jacob yet. Honestly, he's one of the few characters I'm alright with being roasted by the rest of the characters all the time, when usually I get bothered by that because it's often the only time I find funny moments with his character. I'm enjoying the reaction to the series. Actually, watching your reaction to this got me started on watching your reactions to Park and Rec. You're gonna love it!
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, you just gotta get into it, though. Yeah. You'll see it, too, though. You'll see we struggled at the beginning as well.
Yeah, get past that first season, you've been there.
Which I hadn't yet for some reason. I'm not sure why. I made it through season 1, and now I'm on to the good episodes. Oh, awesome! Well, enjoy it, Jeremy. And then last comic is from an MVP, Faye, who says, stellar reaction. I like Jacob, but probably because I have met and interacted with many Jacobs in my life. I was always hopeless at test taking. I grew up when a lot of the high school rubric was based on tests. My year was the last to have STAR testing in junior year. I got out of high school with a 2.7 GPA and felt awful about myself. I only got into 2 low-ranked colleges. I ended up going to community college, same. Then because my community college actually encouraged us to have healthy debate, participate in group presentations that the professors and instructors actually paid attention to, and look over written essays with a view of what I can do better. I got a 3.85 GPA and got a 6 high-ranked state universities. After I transferred and graduated, I graduated with a 3.36 GPA because I went to a very competitive school. When I was in high school, because of the way things were set up, I thought that I was destined to get snakes my entire life, but I didn't give up, and I made use of the opportunities I had, and I ended up getting chickens. Whew, sorry. That's why Gregory's story hit me hard from a personal level. I got seriously depressed because I thought that I deserved snakes since I would try my best, stumble on tests, and receive nothing but snakes. I never considered myself intelligent. I think that the kids should be encouraged to learn about the different intelligences. Very impactful episode to me. All right. Well, thank you for sharing.
Great comments.
All right. Let's jump into the next episode right now.
And that's why Abbott will always stay in my heart. All right, I'll wrap this up. You know how I can carry on, right, Ava?
I know you can, girl.
Oh. To Melissa. Of course. This is classic Janine and Sahar.
Other sitcoms we've seen in the past, right? They have some scenarios that have been used before, and this is one of the ones right here. You know, where the main person got a friend or somebody they look up to or they thought they looked up to comes into life, messes them up, put them straight real quick so they can bounce back into reality when they try to get done in front of their new friends that they have right now. And this was just one of those stories that, you know, I thought was going to annoy me all the way to the end, but I'm glad it did the old sitcom that we fix it and make it right at the end and tell the old friend exactly how we feel right now and who we are right now. So I thought that worked too. I like how they tried to team up Barbara and Jake. Jacob, I mean, that can work. That's what we need to do. We need to start mixing up, see who got that good chemistry together. And I think that worked out for what it was on there. I like how they put Janine and the other teacher who bought the books.
I forgot her name right now. Yeah.
Alyssa, maybe? I don't know. But yeah, she bought the books. That was a good team up right there. That worked. That wasn't annoying at all because it had to work for the storyline that we got on here. And then, of course, Gregory doing his thing, taking the MVP for me for this episode right here of the secret gardener that's out there putting it down. Ava, they dialed her back a little bit, but they still gave her time to be Ava, and I appreciate it. And the cook, man, you got to give it up for the cook. He was trying to say all the things without saying it. So he just rather took the low road and just fuck with him. But he's really trying to say, look, whatever y'all trying to do, that's cool. But none of this is going to fly legally.
Right.
So you would have to, whatever you want to do, you have to get with the damn FDA. And
you need to get us more money so that we have the
we can have the right things to do it here. So that's really what you got to do. And it's unfortunate because that's just how it is right there. And other than that, I thought it was a good episode, man. Can't wait to see another one.
I totally agree. The Zara, Janine, and the Ava combination didn't exactly work for me this episode. And I think to your point, it's just because I hate seeing those type of situations. Like, you just want to be direct and be like, she's a piece of shit. She's treating you like shit. Love yourself more, essentially. Yeah. And it's one of those dynamics that we have seen over and over again. And I feel like the show's done such a good job of being fresh and new as far as the dynamics they introduce. So I'm glad it resolved as quickly as it did. It's just a one episode resolution and then we move on to something else in the next episode. Absolutely, the thing that carried the entire thing for me was Barbara, Jacob, and Gregory. That whole scenario with the garden, I think the chemistry Barbara and Jacob had this episode because she recognized his old soul, which I thought was really great. It balanced out his super hyper overexcited self. It flew out that way. But then Gregory loved the backstory that he had to grow up gardening and then he ultimately couldn't deal with the fact that they were killing everything, so he had to fix it on the fly. I just love that. I thought it played out so well, and I do like the realism that Darren, the chef brought, as far as the restrictions they have, and if they love to be able to cook other stuff too, but they don't have the time, they don't have the budget, and ultimately they can't do things that would risk hurting or poisoning the kids, essentially. They have strict rules, and if they don't abide by them, they could get in trouble, essentially. So I thought that was very realistic. And again, a great insight to things that are happening every day in these school systems that we don't necessarily hear about or know about. So great episode overall, and look forward to the next one.
All right, well, look, thank you guys again for watching another Real Talk reaction for Abbott Elementary, Season 1, Episode 7. And until next time,